Hi everybody, it's the Juilliard here, and I want to do a quick demo on how I make my resin sheets. The sun's been going on and off today, so okay. What I start with is a lamination sheet, and I tear them apart, and we're going to use the shiny sides. So I've already got some here that I've cut so that they'll fit inside of the UV lamp. Today for us, we're going to do the UV resin so that I can show you what they start out like and then how they finish off. You can use other resins. If they're really runny, you want to let them set up a little bit, kind of like when you're doing for doming. We have the nail plates, we have stamps, so we'll just kind of go over everything. So, lamination sheet, shiny side up, put down your disc, take your resin, pour a little bit of resin. If you're working where there's light, you want to be really careful because it'll start to pot off really quick. Use your finger to kind of spread it out, or you can use a brayer, whatever works for you. It's no rolling pin. Don't have to do it at all if you don't want to. And then we're going to set this underneath the UV light over here. On to the next one, just to make a colored sheet. So, shiny side. Let's just, these are some beautiful nail powders. These are the Aurora. So just sprinkle a little bit of that down. I love this stuff. It's so beautiful. And then we'll just pour a little bit of resin. Let's grab a little bit of alcohol ink. I use alcohol inks, tints, paints, nail polishes. It doesn't matter. Just, you know, be careful and cautious when you're testing. If you've not done it before, you know, try not to mix things up that shouldn't be mixed up. But all in all, it's fair game. You can use a silicone paintbrush, and you can come in and you can swirl some patterns in. Let that set aside and it'll pop right off. Shiny side, face down onto your piece. Brayer it out a little bit. And that's it. Let that one set aside in the light. Let's go on to the next one. This one is simple too. If you have rubber stamps or things like that, you just stamp the sheet. When you get done stamping the sheet, you pour on your resin. Always clean your lid. Just it's a habit. Won't get in a hurry. Shiny side down onto the piece. Roll out the resin to the desired area to make sure you cover your stamping that you want. That's it. So let's let that sit in light. We're going to go back to our first one, which is the nail art stamp. Peel our paper off and remove our sheet. I don't know if you can get a good look, but the pattern is in there. So now what we're going to do, and it's textured. So now what we do, grab our paper towel here. We'll take some nail polish just to do this pretty quick here. Get our squeegee. This is just so I can kind of show you that the pattern is in there. This is how I make a lot of my pendants with different, I love nail polishes. Oh my gosh. They're so amazing. And there you have it. It's all on there. That pattern is on there and filled in with color and ready to either turn this into a pendant or mold it into a project. Okay, let's go on to our next one. The first one we did here, which was our alcohol inks. And sometimes the alcohol ink has like a residue, but it doesn't bother me any. I just take the paper towel and kind of blot, clean it if I have to, where the resin might not have gotten. Peel your sheet loose, trim up that area, and then what I would do, I'll come over here real quick and I'm going to heat it up. This softens our resin, and then slide it, and voila, cute little butterfly. Now once this cools down, it'll be rigid and hard. Okay, moving on. This is the one that we did the stamp on. Peel off your sheet, peel off your resin, and if you can see, it's on there. So now it would be ready for you to trim. Like so. At that point, you could do another layer. If you wanted it thicker, you would just set it down, pour more resin, put color, whatever you want to do, put it back in again, run it out, and let it soak back under the UV light. So basically that's it. We've got indented ones, textured ones. Here's one with the water slide decal. It's a pretty cool pattern. These are rub-on transfers. Just anything and everything. Test. Here's these plastic plates. These are embossing plates. If the resin is still smooth and you want to use cellophane, if you put a piece of, or excuse me, cling wrap, you put a piece of cling wrap down, you can actually press this in there, let it cure in the light, and then peel it up. You're going to have, once again, an embossed texture. I actually like using the nail plates better because they're finer detail, and we're doing jewelry pieces. These other ones are pretty large. I mean, they would make great fashion pieces of jewelry, but the smaller ones are great for everyday use. So, okay, hope that helps, and yeah, thanks for having me.